A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Jackson. And incomplete to open things up.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Jackson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Rudolph throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
On first down, it's Rudolph. Looking deep for Gabriel. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Second and 10, Rudolph again. And incomplete on the deep ball. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit. Leopard.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. He'll rifle this one deep right, and this will be caught at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Rudolph going to throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Gun. Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Back to the air, Rudolph on second down. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Terrell Edmunds. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life for these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
Now he's going to go up top over the middle, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. From the red zone now, Rudolph. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here and me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Now Bell. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He'll get it up the middle, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. Here's Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do they do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Leopard! Leopard! Here it comes!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turned it into a short gain.
Jackson, he's going to let this one go deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
We'll run it with Bell. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, Collins. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Muhammad. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Leopard! Leopard!
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run with Muhammad. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! Leopard!
Here's Rudolph. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really, at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now, as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. 36. Leopard, leopard. Detroit, Detroit. Gun, 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 gun.
On first down, Rudolph. Looking deep for Gabriel. This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got three.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Leopard, leopard. Gun, 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 gun.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we reach halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Mostert now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 20. Yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The drive starts with Ryan Collins. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
And there's another sack for Bradley Chubb, and that's exactly why they drafted him. But don't discount his ability to play the run. This is a big, strong young man who understands offensive schemes, how they try to block, and he'll stand stout against the running game as well as continuing to get after the passer.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Rudolph on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Akeem Hunt now to return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Jackson on first down. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Play action. It's Jackson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Leopard.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Bell sheds him off. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game.
Gone. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. 319. Gone.
Now Rudolph on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On second down, here's Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught at the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Leopard!
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Lucky 56.
They go again with Norman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, Jackson, and able to find John Brown. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Escapes the sack. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, it's Bell. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Lucky 56. Leopard. Now let's go.
Now it's Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 319.
On the counter, here's Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tony Jefferson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmunds. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. After the interception, here's Rudolph. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So that one will be accepted. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Out to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56, green 39, green 39.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away away with this one. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He was looking for Crabtree that time. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Now a first down carry by Bell. Room here to run. Room to run past midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The give is to Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Rudolph going to look to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. It's more points for everyone if they win big.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This time Jackson will throw it. Now a desperation throw deep. They got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.